Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. I'm on holiday right now, having frankly the time of my life, but it seemed only right that I film at least one episode of Strange Things from Across the Pond next to the actual pond. Let's see what I've got. Alrighty then, so I've brought you here to easily my favourite spot on this beach here in Kessingland. I've sat here at least once per day whilst I've been here, just looked out at the ocean. I absolutely love it here, it's so peaceful. But that's not what you're here for, you're here to see what weird and wonderful food I've got. I have, on the face of it, not that weird, but it is a product of the US, so it counts. I've got some spaghetti and meatballs in sauce. Now, before you start saying, oh, that's just Italian and you can get that here. Yes, you can. However, this is what the Americans call an MRE, meals ready to eat. This one is self-heating. Now, these are extremely popular because they're ready to go. You can give a soldier or an airman in this case loads of these and they can take them with them, and that's their food sorted for a good long time. It weighs almost nothing, plastic packaging. Like it says, it's self-heating, so they can have a hot meal on the go without having to carry any extra equipment, like a camping stove, for example. And I'm told they're actually surprisingly nice. So yeah, this is what I've got. I asked my partner to pick this up while they were on base. They very kindly obliged, and I said, can you get me some of those MREs? I want to try them. Also, I think they'd be good for camping. On this camping trip, because it is a camping trip that I've been on, I brought one of these. I brought this, and the rest of it I brought tinned food. I think after trying this, I'm going to regret bringing the tins, and I should have just got a load of these. But, I had to stick to what I know at the time. So, we'll do the usual quick look at the packaging. Hopefully I remember to take all the pictures that I need as well. And then we'll get it open, we'll cook it in its own self-heating oven, and see what we've got. So, from the top, it goes, the taste of the homemade, juicy Italian-style meatballs and aromatic marinara on a bed of spaghetti. All of that in this packaging. It's not that thick. Chef 5-minute meals, pre-cooked, ready to eat, for everyday adventure and life on the go. And everything you need is inside. I've brought with me a pot to eat it in, and this folding cutlery as well, just in case, but we'll try with what we've got. Net weight 9 freedom units.
What will you do without freedom? Oh, freedom! Freedom! Freedom!
What the hell is he talking about?
255 grams. US inspected and passed by Department of Agriculture. Okay, don't know what that means. Oh, and I've never seen this on packaging before. It tells you what their artwork is. So this is the Grand Staircase Escalante.
Wow, Stuart, you are such a monolingual.
National Monument, Utah, USA. It doesn't look like much of a monument. It looks like a natural formation that you're taking credit for, but whatever, it's a nice touch. Ready to eat whenever and wherever you are. Self-heating for a hot meal in minutes. No refrigeration needed. Good, because it's been in my tent for the past 3 days. It's not exactly been cold. Never freeze-dried, no water required, and there's a qualifying mark. I've brought water as well, just in case. See how it works. Activate your device's camera app, and I've got to watch a video. Why isn't there just instructions? You know what, I have a fairly good idea how these self-heating things work, so we'll skip over that. And got the address here. That is obviously the USA. Oh, it says it there, made in the USA. So definitely from across the pond. Not the pond I'm looking at, that's the wrong pond, but never mind. Bit of a cock-up, but there we go. Alright, so, as always, nutritional information going on the screen somewhere. Ingredients are tomato puree, which is ground tomatoes, tomato puree and salt, water, good because it says no water required, so I should hope there's water in there. Cooked Italian style meatballs, beef, water, textured vegetable protein, which is soy, flour, caramel colour, Italian style seasoning, which is salt, garlic and onion, parmesan cheese, which is made of part skimmed milk, cheese culture, salt, enzymes, spices, sugar, white pepper, beef flavouring, which is sugar and flavouring, hydrolyzed soy protein, spice extractives, extractive of garlic, onions, mushrooms, enriched pasta, which is semolina, wheat, egg whites, niacin, ferrous sulfate, iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin.
I have difficulty formulating my words.
Folic acid and celery. Contains 2% or less of the following: cornstarch, olive oil, spice, sugar, salt. Our best before date is the 19th of May 2025. That's pretty good considering I bought this in June of 2024. Not half bad. Right. Not much else to see on the packaging. Let's open it up and see what's inside. It's over my can, just so I don't get at least too much sand in my food. Right, so that appears to be the food. Yeah, it says there's spaghetti and meatballs. Right, fine. This is our so-called self-heating oven. Activator, do not drink. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought they were going to be. There's an activator, in this case it's normally water or salt water, and then you have these bits here which are normally like iron or some sort of metal, and they react and generate a lot of heat when you do it. Like it says here, tear open heating pad even on the dotted line. What dotted line? Oh, there is. It's more of a perforation than a dotted line. Remove activator pouch from inside the oven. Insert meal pouch inside the heating pad oven to sit squarely on the heating pad. Right, okay. Let's just open this and see what's in here. Right, okay. So that's the bit that's going to get really fucking hot. That needs to stay inside. That's our activator. It doesn't tell you what that is. It's normally like water or salt water or something like that. Right, so then we put this inside. I'll put this way up so you can see. There we go. Then what? Shake the activator pouch, then open pouch and pour contents into the heating pad oven. Fold heating pad oven opening under to eliminate heat loss. Place heating pad oven on flat heat protected surface. Sand, yeah, that'll do. For best results, allow meal to heat in closed heating pad oven for 5 to 10 minutes. Carefully remove hot meal pouch or meal tub. Open and stir. Excellent. So it looks like we eat it out of that foil pouch. We'll see how easy that actually is. We may end up using our can after all. So, this is, give this a shake. Pour it in. And what we'll use that as a base. Yeah, that looks just like water to me. Obviously, I can't do any sniff tests before opening it, but that doesn't smell of anything. I think it's maybe just water. There we go. Right, oh, look, you're salting me bag. Right, you go in there. That's all it takes. I'm going to fold this under on itself like that. You know what, we'll give it the full 10 minutes, why not? I'm not going to film the full 10 minutes because you're not going to be able to see anything other than this getting hot, maybe. Also, because I'm camping, battery life is at a premium right now, so back in 10 minutes. There we go, that's the 10 minutes, and as you can see, it's gotten quite hot. This is puffed up. Even this outside plastic is hot to the touch. About a minute ago, before I restarted the camera, there was steam coming out the side of here, and as you see, it's built up pressure and it just kept unfurling itself. I've had to keep tucking it under whilst trying not to burn my hands. But the instructions say this is now ready, so I'm going to very carefully open this. This will continue to generate heat for quite some time. Yeah, that is still really hot to the touch. Good, right. Keep the sand off. Perhaps filming on the beach wasn't such a good idea. So we'll try it in its packaging, but we've got the tub if we need to. Let's open her up. First thing I'm going to do is what I normally do at the start of the video, do a bit of a sniff test. Look at that, looks alright actually. You can see the spaghetti in it. It looks to be more sauce than substance, but still, don't look half bad, don't that? It smells good too. I mean, it smells exactly like what you'd expect from a packet of spaghetti and meatballs. No other way to put it. If you've ever bought like the jars of sauce, I know Italians would probably lose their fucking mind if you suggested that to them. But if you ever bought like the jars of ready-made bolognese sauce, that's exactly what it smells like. Yeah, quite tomatoey. Not really any other way to describe it. That's exactly what it is. If you need to know, just go and buy a jar of bolognese sauce from the supermarket. Doesn't even have to be a posh brand, and just sniff it. That's what it is. Right, we have got with us, we've got this little kit here as well. In it we get a spork, salt and pepper, and a napkin as well. It's not bad. Spork is a bit on the flimsy side, but we'll try it as it is. I always try what you get. The napkin I'll put to one side for now, and we'll leave these to one side as well. I'll do a taste test, then I'll add them. Let's have a bit of a... Oh, if I stir it up, there's a lot more to it actually. Let's get... Yeah, there we go. So those are the size of the meatballs. There's 2 on that, and that's the length of the spaghetti. It's not the really long spaghetti. These they're about an inch or so long. Alright, okay. I can see why they've done that. Imagine having full-length spaghetti in a packet like this will be quite impractical. Right, let's do a taste test. Do you know, that's not too bad. Definitely needs that salt and pepper, which I'm going to put in now. But those meatballs, fairly standard meatballs, I'd say they're pretty much what you get in a tin of meatballs. If you've ever had, you've probably had it as a kid a lot, at least I did. Like I say, it's a tin of meatballs, and they're normally in either gravy or tomato sauce. It tastes just like the tomato sauce ones. These are maybe a bit more meatier. I find the tinned ones are processed to hell. They barely count as meat anymore. But again, they're aimed at kids, so that's understandable. Yeah, these are perhaps still a bit more meaty, but that's exactly what they taste like. The spaghetti is spaghetti, not a big deal. But that tomato sauce tastes exactly like those jars. Right, let's stir that up. Look at that, I've got 3 meatballs on there. Let's see if we can get some spaghetti with it, shall we? There we go, that's better. Right. Okay, yeah, that's better. Definitely needs the salt and pepper. That's really come through with the flavour now. That's actually quite nice. That's amazing, the difference those 2 little sachets have made. Then pepper does that, it brings out other flavours. And so does salt, but to a lesser degree. Quite impressed with that. I suppose the other elephant in the room that I should address is temperature. Not spice, temperature. It's just about warm. If I was served this in a restaurant, if I was cooking at home, it'd be hot. This is just about warm. Now, whether that's because the bag kept unfurling and letting all the steam out, I don't know. I don't really know what I could have done about that. There was actually quite a bit of pressure building up. But yeah, it's just about warm. I probably should have left it in there for, say, 15 minutes instead of the 10 minutes that it said. Although the instructions said to do it for even less. So I think it'd have still been cold if I'd done that. It's very nice. Very tomatoey, and I can definitely taste those Italian herbs and the onion and the garlic coming through as well. Obviously it leaves a bit to be desired. These meatballs are a bit pitiful. The spaghetti barely counts on account of its length, but it's in a packet and it's designed to be eaten out in the arsehole of nowhere with no other preparation. You know, everything in one bag. Can't really complain about that. This spork, again, it's doing the job, but I think in a few minutes I'm just going to drink it out of this sachet. It's only just long enough to reach down into the bag. But again, it's an MRE. If you were adventure camping or hiking, you're miles away from civilization. These are great. They're lightweight, good tasting meals, and everything you need is in them. Like it said, you don't need any water. Right, I think it's time for some conclusions, and then I'm going to eat this. Conclusions on this spaghetti meatballs chef 5-minute meals. Do you know, if I'd made this or been served it, I'd have been very disappointed. My first thoughts would have been, what the fuck kind of meatballs are those, and what kind of fucking spaghetti is this? Why does this sauce taste like it's come out of a jar? But for a product, considering its target market, i.e. people doing what I'm doing now, camping and having to cook their meals in a tent, or in this case on a beach, because why not? It's actually really good. It's not hot, it could have done with a bit longer in the bag, but it's at an edible temperature within 10 minutes, like it said. Nothing else is required. You don't need to carry any water. They even supply seasoning and a little napkin for when you get it all over yourself. That's great. I really like that. I've had self-heating meals before in the past, but they always came in like boxes, like ready meals did, and they were quite bulky and heavy and expensive. This weren't too bad. I mean, I used to, when I was young, do a lot of hiking holidays, so you'd have a massive rucksack on with everything in there, clothes, tent, bedding, the works, and food was always a big issue because it's heavy, you know, especially if it's got water in it. And if it hasn't got water, and if you go with all dried food, you've then got to think, how are you going to rehydrate it? You may not have a source of fresh water other than your drinking water that you're carrying with you, and you don't want to waste that, because you need it if you're hiking, especially in the summer. But yeah, this is perfect. You could put 10 of these in a rucksack, and that's your meals. It's great. Considering its target market and what it's aimed at, what it's designed for, I'm really impressed with that. I'm gonna get some more of these. I need to go with my partner onto the base, see what they've got, and I'm gonna get one of each. And I think we'll do one big episode with all of them in one, because I really like this. Right, it is the last day of my holiday. I've got this to eat, and then I'm going to go to the bar, I think, and get rather drunk. So, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching this video on doing stuff and filming it. Please don't forget to press the big button here in the middle to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you liked what you just saw, please click the like button below and leave a comment letting me know what you liked about it. And as always, thank you for watching.